Hey guys, it's Larry. I'm just doing a quick challenge video on, since I've done the triple, everybody's said, well, try to make 4. And I figured out a way to get our 4 looms together. I'm going to give it a shot, see if I can do it. So, Starburst 1, Starburst 2, Starburst 3, Starburst 4. We're going to see if we can get it put together. See if we can make it without the looms falling apart on us. And, I'm not going to shoot making it. I'm just going to shoot. This is only going to be a couple-minute video just to show you that it can be done. I'm going to shoot this. And, of course, after 4, I'm not going to do a 5 or a 6 or anything like that. This is it. As far as the Starburst bracelets, going to get it made. And then we'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll be done, and we'll move on to something different. So stick with me, and I'll get back with you when the loom's full. And I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so the loom is loaded. There's my pattern. I got orange and green starbursts on the outside running the same, and then alternating blue and yellow ones in the middle with a red and gray, or red and black border here, and then white on the outside. There you go guys. I'm going to hook it up and then I'll get back with you. Okay guys, so it's all hooked up and ready to go. I don't know if you can see what the loom is doing, but it's actually folding in. See how it rocks back and forth now? So, that's what happens when stuff starts getting tight. So as you're hooking this, I had to hold it flat to make sure it doesn't pull apart. And now it doesn't make a difference because I got all my ends capped off. So as I pull it off the loom now, it'll be fine. So if it were to come apart, right now it would be okay because everything's secured. So I'm going to get it off the loom and then I'll be back with you to show you part 2. Okay, so there's part 1 of the Quadruple Starburst. I should have, I don't know, I think it would have looked better if I used gray on the outside here instead of the white. But, too late now. Live and learn. So we'll finish her up. And I'll get back to you when I've hooked it all together. So now I have 12 points to splice in here. That's where my green, that's where those bright green rubber bands are for. That's where it's going to get spliced onto the loom on the other side. So, get it going, get back with you. Okay guys, so I've had a couple people ask me on what I do when something happens. I don't know how well, because, this camera doesn't focus up close really well. But, basically, this red rubber band that's right in here, I started to pull it through, and it's actually torn. So, it's getting ready to snap. So, what I'm going to do real quick is, while everything's still on the loom, I look and see where it's at in the scenario. So, it's got to go under the green, in between these 2 black ones here, and then it's got to go under everything that's on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the easiest route. And I'm going to take this green off. And keep my hook pointed away. And I'm just going to put that rubber band down in there. So I'll put my green back on. Okay. So that's how we got that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hook through here, all the while leaving that red on there, because it's still doing its job. Okay, so then I'm going to pull that through there and hold it. So now I have to get off this black and these yellows. So then I've hooked the blacks and the yellows there. I got them all. Then I'll put my red on. Then we'll slowly put that first black back on. And come around here and release it. Then we have our 2 yellows. Put those back on and release them. And we got our black. And put that back on and release it. Now, the only thing we have left to do is figure out which one of those rubber bands, and we can pull them both up through here. find the one that's got the tear in it, which is that one. So we'll hook that over where it's supposed to go. And we'll go in here and we'll hook this other red one and pull it out and give it a quick break, and there you go. So our red has been repaired and we can continue on. If you have any comments, any questions, any comments, leave them down below, but we'll get finished and I'll get back with you. So real quick, just to point out, this was actually one that I saw before I put it on. So when you see bands like this that are ready to snap, just snap them and put them to the side, because you don't want to go through all of this, just to have everything break on you. We have a pile of rubber bands over here that are either stretched out or broken or whatever the case may be. So anytime we get one that's kind of out of its life, then it's not going to do good for you. We just break it and then keep it out of the way. You got this green one that's stretched out to nothing. Break it, get it out of the way. Same with this orange. So that way you don't use it in any of the bracelets, and you don't end up, with it falling apart. So I'm going to turn the camera off. We're going to get this. We're going to start peeling this thing off. I'm going to zoom back out. I zoomed in the camera as best I could so you could see this, but I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to zoom back out and let you see me take it off the loom. Okay, guys, here we go. Remember, you got to be careful taking this thing off, especially when you first get started. Anything, I just made a blanket. There you go. Quadruple Starburst bracelet. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and I'll try it on Morgan's wrist tomorrow. And all we'll do is just add some extensions and hook them on. I put double loops over here to hook the seat clips to. And then I'm gonna hook the extensions right onto here. And it'll be four extensions that we'll add, and we'll add them on the original loops right there. And look, I even bled during this one, so it's a job well done. There you go, guys. Challenge done. That is a Quadruple Starburst bracelet. And of course the red and black's reversible. I like the black a little bit better. So, and of course we got gray in the middle. I think it turned out pretty good. Not too shabby. Alright, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the subscriptions and everything you guys have been doing. So we'll get back with you on the next one. Take care.